everyone, welcome to Walks with Moss. Today we have a little mission. We're going to go check a spot where I found a baby cauliflower mushroom a few weeks ago. And by doing that, we should get in enough miles to hit my 8-mile-a-week goal for this week. I had to cut my long hike this week short because I was sick, and I am still sick. But, ooh, what's this? What's this? Look at this bleat. Oh, it's just a swillis. Anyway, okay, I don't have super high hopes that this cauliflower mushroom will still be here or it will have grown or anything. But we'll go check anyway and get some exercise in the process. You ready to go, Bella? You ready? You ready? I think she's ready. It's been such a strange mushroom year. This is one of the first of these I have found this year. I used to call this Helvella lacunosa, and now it's called something else, and I've already forgotten what that something else is. Anyway, these are pretty yummy. They have the texture of bacon when they're fried, but since we're so early on in our hike, I'll just set it here and maybe pick it up on the way back out. I have some chanterelle spots I could check, but I just don't think I have the energy today. But a bit of good news, when I posted that video where I was trying to get enough chanterelles to can and I thought I didn't, well actually I did. I had more than a canner full, so I made I think 9 half pints. I like to can mushrooms in half pints. Since I live alone, I don't generally eat more than a half pint of chanterelles at once. I like to have them on my pizzas. But yeah, there were actually plenty for me to can. And I hope I feel better soon, because I think I could get enough again to can, because the chanterelles really seem to be coming on now. We're having such a mild winter. It's November 21st and we still haven't had a frost. What have we got here? There's some more swillis, I think. No, these have gills. What are these? What on earth are these? I think these are maybe in the... Oh, wait. Could they be Tricholomo focali? Because they got that... I was going to say Gymnophilus because they're orange, but look at that. I don't know, though. They're not solid enough. They got brown spores. Well, I'm guessing brown spores because the gills are turning brown. Actually, I could be wrong. Let's look on this little one here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. It reminds me of Tricholomo focali. It's got the right color and the ring, but normally those, at least I find those at higher elevations. And this stem, let's break open the stem. It's not as solid as a Tricholoma stem, but it's also been really bug-eaten. So, yeah, I think I'll go with Tricholoma focali unless one of my viewers tells me otherwise. Put that up here in this evergreen huckleberry to spread its spores. And check this out. If I had the energy, I could still be picking evergreen huckleberries. Yeah, we have not had a killer frost yet. November 21st. And I actually have a tomato that is still alive. Only one. All the rest died in the rain. But I have one planted under the awning of my house that was just a transplant of a sucker from an early girl tomato, because I wanted to see what happened when you tried to root a sucker, and it rooted quite well. So it's a young plant because it was rooted from a sucker, and I never expected to get a tomato off it, but it is still very much alive and has fruit on it, and the fruit is growing, but I'd be kind of surprised if it got ripe. But still pretty amazing. November 21st, and I have a happy-ish tomato outside in my yard. How incredible is that? Let's take a look at these mushrooms here. These are either Hypholoma fasciculare or Hypholoma capnoides, and I think we'll be able to tell when we turn them over. Oh, I think we have capnoides, which is a choice edible, but these are a bit too far gone. I'll try tasting them. Nope, I think that was Hypholoma. Ooh, sorry about spitting on camera. Maybe I'll mute that out. No, that seemed a little bit bitter. Here's a giant troop of our old friend Lacaria licata. Pull one up here. Even these came out late this year. Who knows, maybe we can still have a good mushroom year since it's still warm. Maybe it's just going to be a late season. We've certainly had plenty of rain. I still have not found a matsutake this year. But I haven't gone to my best spot. My best spot is closed. So I don't know. I've looked a couple of times in one place where I found them before, which is actually my backyard. No luck there. Don't know if I'm going to find any this year. We're about halfway to the cauliflower spot now. Hey, just for fun, before the end of the video, why don't you put in the comments what you think is going to happen? Am I going to find a great big full-grown cauliflower mushroom? Am I going to find nothing? Or am I going to find the same little mushroom all rotten? Those seem like the options to me. There were two, only about this big around. I accidentally picked one. And that was like 3 weeks ago. And maybe they were done growing, or maybe they're still going to grow a whole bunch. We haven't had any frost since then, so it's possible they grew. They definitely weren't big enough to pick. I didn't even mean to pick the one. I just accidentally broke it off. So what do you think? What am I going to find? At least this isn't the same as going to a spot where I found a cauliflower the year before and hoping to find one. I've never found one in the same spot 2 years in a row. At least we've actually seen one here. So, fingers crossed. Here's a fun mushroom that I generally eat a few of each year, not too many. Trichoma equestre, or the yellow knight, or man on horseback. It's been eaten for a long time and it's sold in markets, but maybe some people got poisoned by it, but it sounds like they just ate too many. I eat a couple of these every year with no problems, so yeah. I'll leave this here and pick it up on the way back. There's definitely no danger anyone else is going to grab that one. Actually, I'll put it closer to the middle, but not in the absolute middle, because then it could get run over. But there you go, Trichoma equestre, aka man on horseback, or yellow knight. Yay! And I will take that home and eat it because they are quite delicious. And like I said, I eat one or two every year. I've never had any ill effects. Here's a couple of shrimp russulas. Sadly, this is way too far gone. Also one of my favorites. Let's see about this little one here. Probably too far gone because the stem actually crushed when I picked it. Let's see. Oh, it's just pithy. Huh. Pretty sure this is a shrimp anyway, but with that pithy stem it's not going to be so good, but the cap will be nice. So yeah, I'll set that here too to pick on the way, to take with me on the way back. That is a mushroom that does not travel well at all, and I'd much rather get one with a firm stalk. I'd feel better about it. GPS says we are 1/4 of a mile away, and now it's time to do some brush crashing. This is part of why I'm confident that if this cauliflower mushroom grew, it will not have been picked probably, because we got to do some brush crashing and not many people go back in here. Here's a fun little find. Some clavulina. The first I found this year. Yay. I like this stuff. I think it's kind of tasty. Hard to clean though. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. It would be nice to find a whole bunch of them to pick and take home. I still have quite a few dried ones from last year. I've kind of forgotten to eat them. Okay. Getting close. But now it's time for the serious brush crashing. Might even have to walk in a swamp to get back here today. I should check out all these other stumps while I'm here. Although it's not actually possible to find a cauliflower mushroom when you're looking for one. Oh, what's this? Ooh. Now here's a nice big fruiting of clavulina. Wow. Okay, if I remember, put my glasses back on, they fell off. If I remember, I will pick these on the way out. Well, I don't know, these have got some of that purple in them though, so I don't know how good they are. When they get infected by that purple fungus, they're not good for you. I'm finding a few of these yummy short-stemmed russulas. Ugh, that one's not yummy though, too far gone. There's my trail. There's sort of a game trail. back in here. Ooh, what's this beautiful white mushroom on this log? Just from a distance, it looks like hygrophorus to me. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is a hygrophorus or a waxy gill. The gills have this waxy feel to them. Okay, what have we got down here? Wouldn't it be nice if this was a bluet? Oh, I think these are gonna be, yeah, we got honey mushrooms, but they're too far gone. You can see the white spores there. But I think these are done. Yeah. Wish I had found those last time I was here. I like honey mushrooms. More honey mushrooms there too. Yeah, other people have observed there seem to be a lot of honey mushrooms this year. Ooh, look at these. Look at these. Wow. Is this another kind of honey mushroom? I guess it is. But that cap is so dark. I guess just because it's old. Yeah, white spores. At first I thought maybe these could be hedgehogs, but they aren't. They're something else. I think it's another hygrophorus, another waxy gill. That makes sense because we're right next to a swamp here. We have about 1/10 of a mile to go now to get to our waypoint. Wore my waterproof boots for this. Could this be Lepesta nuda? It's got that purplish tint to it and it's growing in duff. I wouldn't know one if I saw one though. No, this is going to be a Cartonarius. Look at all those brown spores. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, cool. I haven't seen these in a while. The woolly chanterelle. It's got a new name. For a while, I think we called it Gomphus flacosus. Isn't it beautiful? I'll post the new name on the video. I think it's something or other turbinata. Aren't they beautiful though? And they're so bright in these dark woods. And then right next to them we've got some more clavulina. And then this, I don't know what this is. No idea what that is. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Wow. There's always interesting stuff back in here. We're getting close. We're getting so close. Bella's having fun. I would love to find a bluet. I've never found a bluet. I hear they're quite tasty too. I wish I had worn my rain pants. I didn't remember having to go through such tall brush back in here. My pants are getting wet. Let's check the GPS, see how far we have to go. 0.12 miles. I've been looking at it too much. This is definitely farther back in here than I remembered. About 400 feet away now, and I want to get my reaction on camera when I see the actual spot, so I guess I'll just put the camera on me for a while. Here's some beautiful big white mushrooms here. No idea what they are. Maybe they're that sweetbread mushroom. I'll give it a sniff. Yeah, it smells a little bit like flour to me. Okay, GPS says 447 feet. Okay, I'll take the camera off myself. We still got a little ways to go. Okay, we are within 99 feet. So I will turn it on me. And you'll be able to maybe tell by the look on my face if there's still a cauliflower mushroom here. 74 feet. Oh, still got to go around the corner here. 61 feet. I think I see the stump. 47 feet. I think I see where they were. Yep. They are not here. They are not here. Oh, it is still here. And it grew. I hid it. I forgot that I hid it under the duff. Here it is. It grew. It's not enormous, but it most definitely grew. Look at that. It grew. It's 2 or 3 times as big as it was before. Oh, that is so cool. I'm so happy that it's still here even. I don't know, should I pick it? Part of me is tempted to give it a little bit longer, but it's dangerous because as soon as it frosts, this thing is going to be destroyed. I think I will take it because I just don't really see myself coming back here. Now I will carefully cut the base because maybe they're more likely to grow back if you cut the base rather than like pull it up. I think I see another one growing right here. Maybe that's the one I accidentally picked. Yeah, it's awful small, but I think I'm gonna take it because this is all it grew in like 3 weeks. And in another 3 weeks, we will definitely have a frost and it will be dead, and it could be maggoty too. So yeah, gonna go ahead and take it, even though it's a little small. But yeah, I'll cut it off there. So I left the base right there. Yeah, I don't see any worms in it. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, we're so close to the first frost now. It's probably best just to take it home with me now. And I'll check back here next year. Yay! Little baby cauliflower mushroom. And then up here on this tree, I think I see a Zeller's bolete. Or no, I think that's actually a Boletus mirabilis. Yeah, it's too far gone. I never eat them anyway. I just like looking at them. This is the stump that it's growing out of, this cauliflower. There's lots of stumps like this back here. Okay, one for the bag. These smell so good. Oh my gosh, maybe even better than they taste. They don't have much flavor, but they are nice because they keep this nice crispy, crunchy texture. I might put it in my canned turkey soup, because Thanksgiving is just a few days away now, and I'm going to make a lot of turkey soup. That would be good. I'm sure it would stay nice and crisp even in the soup. I might just cook it up with my turkey though. Cook it in the same pan so it absorbs some nice turkey broth. Oh, such a wonderful smell. All right. Now what to do? Since I'm sick, I think I will just sit and have some coffee and not go any further here today. Yeah, I think I'll just find a nice place to sit and have some coffee now. We walked 1.5 miles to get here. So that gives us another 3 miles this week. We already had 4 miles from my aborted hike and then 2.5 miles from some other adventures. So that's 6.5. Add 3 today, that's 9.5. So yay, well within my goal. Not sure if I can get down to where I actually want to sit. Let's check out this giant russula over here though. Look at the size of this monster. And here's a cool little conch here. I think this one is a, yeah, I think this is a, it left my mind. A variety of the artist conch applanatum. Ganoderma applanatum, I think. But we've also got the other conch that used to be lumped in with the red-belted. Oh, here's a little baby reshy. Oh, and it's completely rotten. Oh, man. I'm not going to have much reshy over the winter this year. I have some left over from last year. But reshy just didn't grow in any of my spots this year. And look at that. That's all the bigger this got before it rotted. Darn it. Darn it. Isn't this a cool log, though? It's got like 3 different kinds of conchs on it. It's got the applanatum type and this other type. And then it's got the reshy. Very cool log. Well, maybe next year. And look at this pancakey one. Could this be a Garicon? Look at how pancakey it is. It might be. Wow. What an incredible diversity of conchs on this one log. We made it out to the swamp. Don't see any place to really sit and have coffee here today, though. The swamp's getting really swampy. Bella loves swamps. Time for another swamp dog bath, I think. What is it, buddy? Is there frogs in there? Probably. I brushed up against something that's making me itch. It's this plant here. It grows in the swamps and it has a really strong, perfumey kind of smell to it. I forgot the name of it. It smells so strong though, and I think I'm allergic to it. I sure hope Bella doesn't get dirty today. She sure is having a good time. Okay, I think we'll head back in to the forest to have our coffee since there's really no suitable place to sit here. My coffee is too hot to drink. I think I'll go ahead and put just a little bit of medicine in my coffee and let it steep while my coffee cools down here. Nothing for you, Bella. This is a short walk. Didn't need to pack lunch today. Go play. Go play. Go play. Go play. Go play. What is it? It's something. Cheers, everyone. Taking a slightly different way out than we went in, and here we have the candy cap. Not surprising because we're right under some filbert trees. Since I'm here, I'll grab them. Why not? This is actually pretty nice patch of them. From looking at other people's YouTube videos, I think this is going to be a good year for candy caps. I will try again with these. I will completely air dry them. See if I can get some different scent out of them. It's nice to see them again though, and to be so sure of their ID. Last year I taught myself how to ID these. This is an impressive amount of candy caps in just this one spot without hardly even getting up. I've gotten all of these. And there's more around too. Wow. There's lots more of these candy caps that are going to come up later too. Wow. This is the year for candy caps. Okay. I will pick candy caps and I will enjoy them. I just don't think they taste like maple syrup. There's more over there too. Wow. Okay. Gonna grab them. Why not? Why not? Some bunch of little ones right there. Too little to really bother with. But over here, we've got some more of the big ones. Okay, where were the others I just saw? Oh my gosh. Wow. They're everywhere. Okay. I'll just park right here for a minute and pick these. Oh yeah, there's the ones I saw before right there. Here's a good example of the latex that the candy cap bleeds. You can see it's a little bit milky, but it's also pretty watery. That's the way these are. And they always have this grainy top. They're never slimy on top. And they don't smell like maple syrup until they're dried, and even then, not very much like it. I've got a jar of them at home, and if I sniff that jar, I can smell, you know, it's faintly mapley. It's faint. Maybe they're just not as strong as I expect, or maybe there's stronger varieties in California. I think there are different varieties that are stronger. But here we are. Dinner tonight. Cool. Stop to retie my bootlace, and look, there's more. And more. And more. Yay! Here is enough clavulina to pick. Yeah, it's safe to say the winter mushrooms have arrived. Candy caps and clavulina and coral mushroom. I don't think I want to put this clavulina in with my candy caps. They're just so dirty. I need another bag. So, not going straight home, but kind of headed in that direction. But meandering along in this, woohoo, I see a bunch up here. Meandering through this hazelnut area. Yeah, I didn't find any candy caps in here last year, so wow. Yeah, I think this is going to be the year of the candy cap, maybe. Look at all of these, and these are some nice big ones too. Wow, and they still seem pretty fresh. No worms. Cool. See, here's our hazelnut leaves that help confirm these are candy caps. Well, look what we have over here in the candy cap area. Some giant chanterelles. They might be too far gone. This one might be okay. I'll break it in half and see if the flesh is starting to brown. Yeah, this one's actually okay. Wow. I don't think very many of these here are going to be okay because these are pretty overgrown and it's been awful wet lately. Yeah. Getting pretty slimy and nasty. I need to mark this as a chanterelle spot though, and I can check it earlier in the year next year. I might find one or two here that I can salvage. I see one over here that looks younger. I don't think I'll mess with these ones, but I think this one might be okay. Yeah, here's a nice one. Yay! And another little one right here. Yeah, definitely would have been better to get to this spot earlier in the year. So many candy caps. Wow. So many candy caps this year. Very cool. I am definitely going to have to learn how to like these candy caps this year. There are just so many back in here. I wish I wasn't sick. I don't actually feel well enough to pick too many more of these. But I almost forgot I was sick for a minute. Look at this. These are just off the walls. Yay! Look at all these candy caps I got with very little effort. Just camera's in the bag. That's a lot. That's an old potato bag. I found these are great for mushrooms because they have the mesh. There's still a lot here. I'm being very particular. I'm only picking ones with smaller caps because last year I found they did tend to get maggoty, so I'm leaving the bigger capped ones behind because those were the ones that had the maggots in them. This is awesome. I should quit though because I'm not feeling too hot. But I keep seeing such giant troops of these that I can't stop. I did read that these can grow in giant troops. I didn't find any giant troops of them last year. I mean, I found a few spots here and there, but nothing like this. This is impressive. See, this one, it's staying. It's probably wormy. It can just stay. My strategy for finding candy caps is to find a kind of damp, almost swampy area and then look for the filbert trees. I just walk from filbert tree to filbert tree. Here's one here. This one doesn't have any under it. But yeah, they are definitely strongly associated with filbert trees. We don't know if they have a mycorrhizal connection with the filbert trees or if there's something else that's going on, but it sure seems to me like they might have a mycorrhizal connection. I've only ever found them under filbert trees or bushes. Here's another filbert here. I think we're pretty much out of the candy cap zone though. There's a clear cut with a whole bunch of Scots broom up there. So we'll just kind of, ow, ow, ow. The stick just went in my eye. We'll just kind of stay down here. Oh, here's some chanterelles. think this one might actually be keepable. Let's see. I don't know. Nah, it's pretty slimy in the center. Yeah, it's got these clear spots in it. I don't pick them when they're like that. Or I pick them, but I don't take them home. Cool, I found a new spot to explore. I went just a little ways off my normal route back out of here, which is different than the route I take in. I always take a different route each way. But I went just a little bit above that route and ended up in this handicap chanterelle zone. But I think we're out of it now. Probably about time to put my bag back in my backpack. I have some filbert trees in my yard. I'm going to check under them. I threw a bunch of candy caps under them last year too, but there's a filbert, but no candy caps. Maybe I need to transplant the mycelium of the candy cap under my filbert trees at home. I've noticed that the candy caps tend to be under the larger filbert trees too, not the little ones. The ones I have at home are little. Oh! I see a patch of chanterelles right up here. Oh, this is a big patch. I think there's going to be a few here that I can salvage too that aren't too slimy. Oh my gosh, they go way back there. Oh, this is a giant chanterelle patch. I'm definitely going to waypoint this one, and I think I'll get a different bag. I don't want to mix too many chanterelles in with the candy caps, because the candy caps pick really clean as long as you snap them off and don't pull their roots out. Unlike the chanterelles, which really don't pick clean. This was a massive patch of chanterelles, but sadly most of them are too far gone. What I do to check if they're too far gone is I cut the bottom off and then I pull the cap apart, and if the cap's got translucent spots, then I toss it. This one only had a few translucent spots, so I grabbed it, but all of these are kind of just on the edge. I will definitely just cook these the minute I get home. Yeah, I really wish I had found this spot earlier in the season, because wow, there's a lot of them here. But yeah, just a little bit late for most of them. They're just sogged out, see? Just sogged out and getting kind of nasty. What a shame. But yeah, I'll mark this on my GPS. If they're fruiting this well here on a bad year, then on a good year, they're really going to be something here. Okay, I'm going to try to force myself to go home now, because I am still sick, and this is a lot of mushrooms to have to process. But it is hard to stop once I start finding them. Maybe this is that patch I've been looking for all year. I found it last year and kept coming back here to look for it and never found it. Although I kind of think it was back in there, but I don't know, maybe I got turned around. Anyway, I can come back here next year and check again for these chanterelles. Yeah, just missed them. Wow, that would have been enough to can. Okay. It shouldn't be too hard to force myself out of these woods and back onto the road home, because as luck would have it, the road is just right here. Although I'm not sure. I don't think this is the road that I think it is. Yeah, this isn't the way I came in. I'm somewhere else. Okay. It's going to be a bit of work to get home still. I could go that way and there's a trail, or this way actually there's a trail, but I think the trail is going to be completely flooded, so I will not be able to take it out of here. Yeah, so I need to go straight back into the woods. Oh, well, I may as well check the trail while I'm here, but I'm sure it's absolutely underwater. Yeah, as I suspected, it's underwater, but we still might be able to just skirt right around over here. We'll see. It would be so nice if we could just skirt around it right here. Yeah, gonna make it out of here without having to take a half-mile long detour. Look at these beautiful russulas here. I know these aren't shrimps, they're just not quite the right color. Here's some more Trichoma equestre, and I'll go ahead and grab it. I haven't had any yet this year, so I'm good. Haven't hit my limit yet. This is such a beautiful mushroom. This beautiful yellow mushroom. Look at that. Man on horseback, or yellow knights. So called because apparently used to be only the knights were allowed to eat these because these are so delicious. Okay. Nice mushroom hunting day. And I'm definitely recovering. Okay, what do we have? Oh, here's a couple more chanterelles I can grab on the way out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. I've made it home, and here's my haul. Look at all these candy caps. I'm going to spread them out on this newspaper and just let them dry on their own. Not even going to wash them first. Just going to let them dry. They're so clean anyway. There's hardly any dirt in these. They pick so clean. Here's my little cauliflower. It's definitely getting a bath. Here's my chanterelles, which are going to be immediately washed and then cooked because they're just kind of on the cusp of edibility here. And here's my yellow knights. And on horseback. A nice haul for today. Might just eat these chanterelles tonight in my curry. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Wow, that's some nice mushrooms to choose from. These can wait. And I'm going to put this one in the compost. These can wait until they're dry. These need to be used quickly. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.